In today's society, everyone thinks that having a massive ego is a really bad thing. However, I firmly believe that the opposite is true. Before we dive into the role of ego in success, first we're gonna have to understand what ego even is. Ego is basically how important you view yourself. If you have a big ego, that means you have a sense of a high self-worth. Everyone associates the word ego with arrogance, for example. They think that you're arrogant if you have a big ego, but this is not always true. I do think that on some level, having a massive ego is not going to be beneficial and won't lead you to success in life. You're going to want to build a healthy ego. So how do you build one? Let me explain. But first, let me tell you that by the end of each video, I'm going to do a tough physical challenge to keep myself improving every day. So stick around to the end to see what I do. Imagine this. You have your driving test tomorrow, and you're not feeling confident at all. And it's all because you have no sense of self-worth. You feel like that it's going to be impossible to test because you're not confident in yourself. You feel worthless. This is where ego comes into play. You're going to need an ego, to some extent, to pass that test. Imagine you get there the next day, and you feel very low about yourself. How is this going to help at all? The whole time you're going to be thinking, oh my god, I suck at driving. What is the point? I am not confident at all. And you're not going to pass. There's no way that you're going to pass. So build up some self-worth. But how do you do this? Fear is a major obstacle that keeps people back from reaching their full potential. What if up until now you lived your life without overcoming any obstacles? And it was all because you were totally scared to even attempt to overcome any of them. So up till now you have been a failure in life. And due to this, you are going to have no self-confidence. You are going to have no ego, nothing at all. I hope you didn't relate to that, because obviously you do not want to be a failure in life. Instead, do not be fearful. Think of every single obstacle that comes at you as a challenge that you will be able to overcome. Do not be scared and just do it. You don't have to overcome your obstacles today. You can slowly, gradually keep going and over time, overcome these obstacles. And it is okay if it seems like you failed right now. Instead of looking at this as failures when you fall down and do not complete a task or do not overcome a challenge, look at it as attempts. If you fall down right now and weren't able to complete this challenge, that was just attempt number 1. You didn't fail. Do not think about it like that. Tomorrow, you'll have another attempt number 2. And if you fall down again, you have attempt number 3. Just keep going. There's nothing to worry about. If you keep doing this without being scared of failure, you will build your self-confidence and your ego. And you need your ego to be successful. You do not want to be someone who has no self-worth. Imagine how sad of a life that is. Someone who has an ego, who is faced with a challenge, will be able to look at his past achievements and think to himself, wow, I have overcome challenges and obstacles like this before. I can do it again now. Now don't get me wrong. Don't think that it's going to be easy. Think that you will be able to overcome this tough challenge. Having a big ego is not going to make things easy. It might just make things harder because you're going to have to push yourself and not be scared of these challenges in front of you. But it is good that you are going to push yourself. This is the only way to grow in life. You need to look at your failures, or now, as attempts, as temporary setbacks. If this little failure is not going to be a worry to you in a year's time, it is nothing to worry about. So think about it this way. If I fail this challenge in front of me, will it still be a challenge in a year's time? If not, then you shouldn't even be worrying at all. Just do it. There is no advantage to not doing it. But if you see that this challenge will still be facing you in over a year's time, that is something that ego won't be able to help. The good thing is that most of your challenges are not going to be a tough challenge in a year's time. The only exceptions would probably be something like health, a major health condition, something to do with health, basically. I don't think there's anything else that is really going to be that tough of a challenge. So, over anything else, make sure you are healthy, and then after that, make sure that your friends and family are healthy as well. I truly believe that that is the only thing in life that anyone should be worrying about. All of these other challenges, money, success, power, all of these are not as important as you may think. Keep that in mind. There is nothing as important as health. And you may not understand that right now, but at some point in your life you will. And you will finally understand what I'm saying. Just make sure that your ego doesn't get out of control. Have some sense of humility. This will make sure that you don't become too arrogant, that you will basically be able to take criticism. You will be able to learn from others. All of these are good things and they are advantages in life. If you know how to maintain your ego level at a certain point, you will become successful. A good balance is the perfect level for your ego and yourself. But how do you know know what this balance is, or should be. This is where the hard part comes in. You are just going to have to learn. You are just going to have to go through life, through these challenges, through these tough times, and that is how you're going to understand where to draw the line. Most people don't know where to draw the line. Some people have huge egos, some people have tiny egos, but the true successful people in life knew where to draw the line, and this is because they have come through so many challenges in life, and they have learned so many crucial things in life up until now that they know where to draw the line for their ego. Not too much, not too little. Once you learn how to manage your ego, you will become successful. And I can tell you this, don't expect success until you have arrived at this point. It's going to take time, but it is worth it, I promise. Work on improving your ego. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I hope you have an insane day. Enjoy the challenge.
Alright guys, so today the challenge is going to be kinda hard. I'm gonna try attempting to do 50 push-ups in a row. I don't ever remember doing this before. I think the most I've done in a row is maybe 40. So let's try this out. It's gonna be really hard.
Alright, let's start. 3, 2, 1. $49, $50. Oh my god.
Yo, that was actually hard. Make sure to like and subscribe and share the video with your friends if it was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.